Welcome to a hockey spectacle like no other. Today, we dive into the world of NHL controversy with none other than Brad Marchand. Whether you call him the little bowl of hate, the nose-faced killer, or simply the rat, one word has always followed him: controversy. Join us on this thrilling journey through his most jaw-dropping moments, from sucker punches to off-ice trolling. Buckle up, it's a wild ride. At number 15, we revisit the intense rivalry between PK Subban and Brad Marchand during Subban's tenure with the Montreal Canadiens. Their on-ice clashes were infamous for controversy and trash-talking, and one incident that stands out is when Marchand openly voiced his frustrations through the media. He accused Subban of evading fights and targeting smaller opponents on Marchand's team, casting doubt on the character of Subban's squad. This moment adds another layer to the history of their storied rivalry. At number 14, we delve into a moment that might not have bothered most, considering Matt Cook's divisive reputation during his time in the league. Brad Marchand, known for his feisty demeanor, apparently shared the sentiment. In the midst of the high-stakes 2013 Eastern Conference Finals, tensions were running rampant, and Marchand found himself in a verbal exchange with Cook. After Marchand notched his fourth goal of the series in the first period, he decided to add a dash of spice to the rivalry. Skating over to Cook, he delivered a brief yet cutting line, simply uttering, "What?" It's in these heated moments that we're reminded of the intensity and intrigue that define hockey rivalries.
Sutter from Cook and Martin at 19:26 as Marchand shoots and scores!
At number 13, we fast forward to a recent incident that made headlines on both TV screens and social media feeds during the postseason. The Boston Bruins found themselves in a moment of sheer frustration earlier this year, and it was Brad Marchand who became the center of attention for all the wrong reasons. In Game 3, with the Blue Jackets on the cusp of victory, Marchand let his emotions get the better of him. In a regrettable act, he used Scott Harrington's head as his personal punching bag behind the play. The incident didn't escape notice, and Marchand faced disciplinary action, serving as a reminder that in the NHL, even sneaky sucker punching is off limits. This episode added to the drama and disbelief that often accompanies the world of hockey.
Similar to the play at the end of the second period where that could have snuck by Bobrovsky but didn't.
At number 12, Brad Marchand's infamous reputation for unconventional tactics continues to grow. In a less-than-friendly encounter, Marchand's knee collided with Nicholas Kronwall's leg, creating a painful-looking moment. However, this time, Marchand's luck took a turn for the worse, as he received a substantial $10,000 fine. Reflecting on the incident, Marchand acknowledged, "The last thing I want to be doing is continually going back and being in front of those guys. I'm sure they're getting sick of seeing me." It's evident that Brad Marchand has become well acquainted with the Department of Player Safety, adding another chapter to his colorful history in the NHL.
Either up to the red line or the far blue line. This is what Detroit tries to do. Puck possession.
At number 11, Brad Marchand showcased his skill for getting under opponents' skin in Game 1 of the second round. His unique tactic involved stepping on Cam Atkinson's stick blade, rendering it useless in the face-off circle. Atkinson, clearly frustrated, showed the referees Marchand's handiwork and commented, "I think he was trying to dull my blade." It's kind of rude of him. It's another example of Brad Marchand's mind games on full display.
Save that he might not have made otherwise, but that was about it. Did you ever try one of those?
In junior, I did.
At number 10, we have a cringe-worthy moment as Brad Marchand delivers a groin spear to Jake DeBrusk during the playoffs. Starting with a cup check, it quickly escalates, leaving DeBrusk in pain, and Marchand with a game misconduct and subsequent suspension. Boston was left stunned by this incident. At number 9, we revisit a moment that disrupted the excitement at Capital One Arena. The Capitals, fresh off their Stanley Cup win, were leading 7-0 over the Bruins on opening night. However, Brad Marchand had other plans. He didn't take kindly to Lars Eller's goal celebration and dropped the gloves in frustration. When they faced off again in January, Eller wanted to settle the score, but Marchand wasn't interested, citing the difference in ice time. This feud added spice to the Capitals-Bruins rivalry. At number 8, we're revisiting the infamous belt between Brad Marchand and the former Canucks captain during the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals. However, this incident isn't from that series, but rather the first game between the two teams since that intense rivalry ignited. Marchand, clearly not one to let bygones be bygones, took exception to a hit by defenseman Sami Salo. In retaliation, Marchand proceeded to flip Salo over his back like a ragdoll. Salo ended up lying motionless on the ice before skating off hunched over in pain. The result? Salo received a concussion, and Marchand was handed a 5-game suspension.
Now right across the goal line, as Edler slips it through.
quick collision.
At number 7, Brad Marchand's actions occasionally come back to haunt him, as seen in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Following the incident where he stomped on Cam Atkinson's stick, Marchand faced an unexpected consequence. During warm-ups, a Sportsnet reporter jokingly asked Marchand if he had managed to get his skates sharpened yet. Marchand's clear displeasure was evident as he muttered only a few, and I mean very few, words after the game. This incident sparked controversy on social media and once again put Marchand in the spotlight for less than savory reasons. Moving on to number 6. In an incident from last year, Brad Marchand's 5-game suspension for elbowing Marcus Johansson in the head didn't stop him from attending the 2018 NHL All-Star Game, where he was met with a chorus of boos from fans. Rather than shying away, Marchand embraced his role as the bad guy, relishing the audience's displeasure. He waved and blew kisses to the crowd, even playfully trolling the referees in black and white after being tripped by Calgary's Johnny Gaudreau. It's clear that Marchand understands the entertainment value of his polarizing persona and is not afraid to lean into it to keep fans talking. At number 5, JT Brown learned the hard way that tangling with Brad Marchand can have unexpected consequences. After making contact with Marchand, a fierce retaliation from the Bruins player caused Brown's skates to flip over, resulting in a jarring crash onto the ice. No penalties were assessed during the game, but the NHL's player safety department later suspended Marchand for 3 games, a decision he defended as a routine play to reach the puck carrier. At number 4 in this year's playoffs, Brad Marchand showcased his mastery of pestering opponents. Facing the Carolina Hurricanes, he successfully baited their captain into senseless penalties. In Game 2, Marchand's stick blade met Justin Williams' neck, prompting Williams to retaliate with a holding penalty. Marchand didn't miss the chance to point Williams to the penalty box, adding a dramatic flair by making an AC, alternate captain, reference. At number 3, Marchand loves trolling the Vancouver Canucks, especially after their 2011 Stanley Cup Finals defeat. About a year after the Sami Salo incident, Marchand pretended to raise the Stanley Cup in front of the Canucks bench, adding spice to their rivalry. At number 2, during Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, Daniel Sedin faced Marchand's fury. Daniel didn't move, and Brad delivered knuckle sandwiches. When asked why, Marchand simply replied, "Because I felt like it." At number 1, Marchand's infamous tongue terror began with Leo Komarov. It started with an on-ice interaction that resembled a first-date kiss more than a hockey move. Marchand humorously explained, "I thought he wanted to cuddle. He keeps trying to get close to me. He's cute." And there you have it, the top 15 moments that define Brad Marchand's controversial reputation. Love him or hate him, Marchand keeps us talking about his antics on and off the ice. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit the like button, share with fellow hockey fans, and subscribe for more hockey content. With Marchand still in the game, more unforgettable moments may be on the horizon. Like and subscribe to stay updated. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep your sticks on the ice and your eyes on the puck.